What if I told you that the next 60 minutes we spend together just watching this scene could physically alter your brain's structure, lower your blood pressure as effectively as some medications, and reset your nervous system from a state of constant alarm to one of deep, resilient calm? This isn't just poetic metaphor. It's cold, hard neuroscience and cardiology, and we're going to dive into the data together while you let this serene environment do its work. Welcome to a sunrise that does more than just light up the sky. It has the potential to light up the pathways in your brain associated with peace and creativity. I want you to take a deep breath right now. Go ahead, a big, slow inhale through your nose. Hold it for a moment and exhale even more slowly through your mouth. Feel that. That's the first conscious step of meeting this scene halfway. We are so often told to seek out nature for peace, but we're rarely given the instruction manual on how to absorb its benefits or the scientific proof of why it works. Today, that changes. For this entire video, your only job is to let your gaze soften on the soft pink sky and these calm waves, and to listen. Let the narration be a gentle guide, not a demand. We'll explore the physics of this very light, the psychology of the color pink, the biology of what the sound of waves does to your brain waves, and even the philosophy of time as witnessed by a shoreline. But first, just arrive here. Notice the subtle details. See how the pink isn't a flat color but a living, breathing canvas. At the horizon, it's almost a translucent peach, a delicate wash of color as if the sun is whispering its arrival. Higher up, it deepens into a rose quartz, a confident, gentle hue that dominates the dome above us. This specific shade of pink in nature is a fleeting alchemy. It requires a precise cocktail of atmospheric conditions, a clean atmosphere with just the right amount of moisture and aerosol particles like fine dust or salt from the ocean to scatter the sun's rays. The blue wavelengths are scattered away, leaving the reds and pinks to travel directly to our eyes. This isn't just a pretty sight. It's a masterpiece of planetary physics happening in real time, and your body is already responding to it. Studies in environmental psychology, like those from the University of Sussex, have placed color perception at the forefront of our emotional response. While blue is linked to calm, these soft pinks and oranges of sunrise have been correlated with feelings of hope, optimism, and a gentle joy, a quiet euphoria. It signals a beginning, not an end. It tells your primal brain that the night, a time of potential danger, is conclusively over, and a new, illuminated day of possibilities has been granted. This is why, instinctively, a sunrise feels more hopeful than a sunset. One is an opening act, the other a closing. So, as you watch this pink expanse, know that you are not passive. Your visual cortex is processing this unique light. Your limbic system, the emotional center, is receiving signals of safety and hope, and your hypothalamus is beginning to adjust your body's cortisol, the stress hormone. Prepare for a day that starts from a foundation of peace, not panic. Let the color sink in. Let it be a visual bath, and as you do, turn your attention gently to the sound accompanying this visual feast. The sound you hear is not merely background noise. It is one of the most neurologically powerful, non-invasive therapeutic tools on the planet. These calm waves are producing a rhythmic, predictable low-frequency sound that is, in this very moment, entraining your brainwaves. The concept is called brainwave entrainment or neural entrainment. Your brain has dominant electrical patterns called brainwaves. When we are stressed, anxious, or in fight or flight, our brains often operate in high-frequency beta waves. The repetitive, whooshing sound of ocean waves with its slow crash, hiss, and retreat often falls into a frequency range that encourages our brain to sink down into alpha and even theta states. Alpha waves are associated with relaxed, alert awareness, the state you might be in during meditation or a daydream. Theta waves are linked to deep relaxation, creativity, and the threshold of sleep. A study published in the journal Scientific Reports found that listening to natural sounds, particularly water sounds, actually reduced the brain's fight-or-flight response, measured in the connectivity of the default mode network, and increased outward-focused attention. In simpler terms, the sound of these waves is pulling your mind away from its internal, often anxious, monologue and anchoring it in the external, present moment reality of this beach. It's a sonic massage for your cortex. But let's break down the sound itself. Listen closely. There is the deep, resonant whoosh of the wave forming and gently rolling forward. That's the bass note. Then there's the crisp, sparkling hiss and fizz as the thin layer of water spreads across the firm, wet sand bubbling as it retreats. That's the treble. This combination creates a full acoustic spectrum. Our ancestors lived by coastlines for millennia, and evolutionary biologists suggest we are hardwired to find the sound of a safe coastline gentle, not stormy, profoundly reassuring. It signaled a source of food, manageable temperature, and a navigational landmark. This sound is in our DNA as a signal of provision and safety. Now, pair this sound with the visual. Notice how the sound and sight are in perfect harmony. There's no cognitive dissonance. Your eyes see a gentle lapping, and your ears hear a gentle lapping. This sensory alignment is crucial for deep immersion. In our modern lives, we are constantly bombarded by sensory mismatch. A stressful work call while looking at a busy screen, loud city traffic while walking past concrete walls. Here, every sense is being fed the same message: peace, regularity, safety. This allows your nervous system to truly drop its guard. The parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest system, is being activated. Your heart rate is likely slowing down, your breath deepening without you even trying. This is the body's natural healing state. Blood pressure decreases, digestion improves, and the immune system functions more optimally. Researchers at the Brighton and Sussex Medical School confirmed this by monitoring subjects' brain and heart activity while they listened to natural versus artificial sounds. The natural sounds led to increased outward-focused attention and a physiological shift indicative of relaxation. So, as you continue to watch and listen, you are undergoing a passive therapy session. Every wave is a neurological reset button. Every pink hue is a visual cue for optimism. And we haven't even gotten to the most profound player in this scene. The element of time itself is manifested by the endless, patient interaction between the water and the sand. Look at the shoreline, that ever-changing, yet eternal border between land and sea. What you are witnessing here is the world's most patient conversation, a dialogue that has been going on for billions of years. Each wave is a sentence. The sand is the listener, constantly reshaped by the words. This is a profound lesson in impermanence and constancy happening in real time. No wave that touches the sand is ever the same as the one before it. The precise pattern of bubbles, the exact path of the water's retreat, the specific grains of sand it carries a millimeter back into the sea, all of it is unique and will never be replicated again. And yet, the overall action is constant, reliable, eternal. This is a physical demonstration of a concept that both comforts and liberates. Change is the only constant. Your life, with its worries, its to-do lists, its joys and sorrows, is like that wave, unique, fleeting, and part of a much larger, endless cycle. Watching this can induce a state psychologists call awe. Awe is that feeling of encountering something vast that transcends our current understanding of the world. It shrinks our personal problems, a phenomenon researchers call the small self. Experiencing awe like that, inspired by vast natural scenes, has been linked by studies from UC Berkeley to greater life satisfaction, increased generosity, and decreased levels of the pro-inflammatory cytokine interleukin 6, which is associated with chronic stress. So this beach isn't just pretty, it's an awe generator. It gives you a cosmic perspective. Every grain of sand you see is a fragment of ancient rock, weathered and traveled. Every molecule of water has likely traversed the globe, evaporated from another ocean, fallen as rain on a mountain, and flowed back to the sea. You are looking at the planet's recycling system. This leads us to the tactile dimension. Even though you can't touch it, imagine the sand, cool and firm beneath your feet, where the water just retreated, slightly warmer and softer just a foot higher on the beach. That temperature gradient is a product of the sun's new energy gently warming the land. The sand isn't just a blank canvas, it's a record. The tiny ripples you see are the signatures of the last high tide, miniature dunes shaped by liquid wind. Perhaps there are tiny shells or bird footprints, evidence of a vibrant, tiny ecosystem that awakens with the dawn. This beach is a living, breathing entity. The very air you're thinking of breathing here is different. It's charged with negative ions, often called vitamins of the air, produced by the breaking waves. While the science on ions is debated, many studies and a wealth of anecdotal evidence suggest that sea air, particularly at dynamic interfaces like this, feels invigorating and clearing for the lungs and mind. It's air that feels clean, heavy with moisture and the scent of salt and life. This multisensory experience, the vast pink visual, the rhythmic sound, the imagined cool sand, the thought of clean air creates a holistic immersion that a single sense could never achieve. It's why a video, especially one you can watch full screen in a quiet moment, can be a powerful portal. It's a deliberate pause, a chosen environment for your mind to inhabit. You have, for all intents and purposes, teleported your consciousness to the shore. And in doing so, you've given your brain a vacation from the constructed, demanding world of human-made environments. You are in a primal, elemental space. Let's talk about what this environment is doing for your creativity and problem-solving abilities specifically. The state of calm, awe-inspired, outward-focused attention you're likely in right now is not a passive state of doing nothing. It is, in fact, the very incubator where insight is born. Neuroscientists call this the default mode network. It's a network of brain regions that becomes highly active when we are not focused on a specific external task, when we are daydreaming, mind-wandering, or, like now, in a state of gentle, open observation. For decades, this network was thought to be just the brain's idle state. Now we understand it's where we connect disparate ideas, engage in self-referential thought, and experience moments of eureka or sudden clarity. When you are relentlessly task-oriented, your brain's executive control network is in the driver's seat. It's excellent for execution, but often poor for novel connection. By giving your brain this spacious, low-demand, aesthetically rich environment, you are essentially taking the executive controller off duty and allowing the default mode network to freely explore, connect, and synthesize. This is why you often have your best ideas in the shower or on a walk. You've created the conditions for insight. This beach is the ultimate shower for your mind. The soft, diffuse pink light is easy on the eyes, reducing strain. The predictable wave sound creates an auditory blanket that masks jarring, unpredictable noises that would trigger your orienting response, that sudden attention to a potential threat. Your mind is free to wander safely. Think of a problem or project you've been stuck on. Not with intense focus, but just introduce it softly into this mental space. Then let it go. Watch the waves. The solution may not come in a lightning bolt right now, but you have just planted a seed in the most fertile mental soil possible. You've created what psychologists call incubation time. Furthermore, this environment fosters soft fascination, a concept coined by attention restoration theory, ART. Natural environments that are aesthetically pleasing but not demanding, like a dramatic, dangerous storm, hold our attention gently, allowing our directed attention mechanisms, the ones we exhaust with work and screens, to rest and replenish. This is the opposite of the hard fascination of a violent movie or a video game, which holds attention intensely but does not restore cognitive capacity. This sunrise beach is the perfect soft fascination stimulus. It's beautiful enough to hold your gaze, but undemanding enough to let your mind restore itself. This has massive implications for your day. Even spending 15 to 20 minutes in a state like this, whether through a video, actual nature, or a guided visualization, can significantly improve subsequent focus, patience, and cognitive endurance. You are not wasting time. You are performing essential maintenance on your most important tool, your mind. You are recalibrating your emotional set point, washing away the residual stress hormones from yesterday, and preparing your neural pathways for a day of clearer, more creative, and more resilient thinking. This is a productivity hack at the deepest biological level. It's not about doing more. It's about being in a state that allows you to do what matters with more clarity and less friction. And all of this is rooted in your own biology's innate connection to the natural world, a concept known as biophilia. The reason this feels so deeply good, so fundamentally right, is because of a hypothesis proposed by biologist E.O. Wilson, biophilia. It suggests humans have an innate, genetically hardwired affinity for the natural world. We evolved in nature, and our senses are calibrated to the information and rhythms it provides. This gentle sunrise over a resource-rich coastline is not just a postcard. It is, from an evolutionary standpoint, the blueprint for an ideal habitat. It offers fresh water, from rain, food, from the sea and shoreline, a navigable landscape, and a climate moderated by the sea. Your deep-seated positive response is your ancestry speaking. You are, on a cellular level, coming home. This brings us to the final integrative point, how to carry this piece with you. The experience doesn't have to end when this video does. The goal is to let this state become a touchstone, a place within your mind you can return to. This is the essence of mindfulness, the ability to anchor yourself in a present moment experience. You've just practiced it for an extended period. You've trained your attention on the sights and sounds of now. This skill is transferable. When stress arises later today, you can take 3 conscious breaths and in your mind's eye, recall the specific shade of that pink sky at the horizon. You can, for a few seconds, summon the sound of that calm wave in your memory. This mental recall can trigger a mild version of the physiological relaxation response you've cultivated here. You are building a neural pathway to calm. Furthermore, seek out micro moments of nature in your daily life. The quality of light through a window in the afternoon, the sound of wind in trees, even caring for a houseplant. These are not trivial. They are tiny connectors back to this state. They are reminders of the vast, beautiful, patient world that exists outside the urgent, man-made one. Your well-being depends on these connections. Data from the American Psychological Association consistently shows that time in nature, or even viewing nature scenes, is associated with reduced stress, improved mood, and enhanced cognitive function. You have just given yourself a potent dose of that. So, as this video begins to conclude and the sunrise on your screen gradually brightens towards day, I want you to do 2 things. First, solidify this moment. Take one last, long, deep look. Absorb the pink, the motion, the sheer scale of it. Make a conscious memory. Second, and this is crucial, carry the principle, not just the memory. The principle is that your nervous system is designed to find deep rest and creative power. Rhythms of nature in gentle light, in predictable, soft sounds, in vast, awe-inspiring spaces. Your call to action is not complicated. It is simple and profound. Your call to action is this. First, protect this feeling. Bookmark this video. Save it to a playlist you can call Reset or Peace. Make a promise to yourself to return here for just 5 or 10 minutes whenever the word feels too loud. Use it as your personal, zero-cost retreat. Second, share this piece. Click the share button and send it to one person you care about who is carrying a lot of stress. Give them the gift of this sunrise. Your sharing this isn't just about helping this channel grow, though I am deeply grateful for that. It's about creating a ripple effect of calm. You have no idea how much someone in your life might need this exact moment today. And finally, if this hour has provided you value, has given you a genuine reset, consider subscribing. By hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell, you're telling me you want more content like this, more deep dives into calm, more scientifically backed journeys to beautiful places, more tools to rewire your brain for peace and resilience in a chaotic world. My goal is to build a library of these experiences for you. But for now, thank you. Thank you for giving yourself this time. Thank you for choosing calm. As you go about your day, remember the pink sky, the patient waves, and the deep, unwavering peace that is always available to you, right here, whenever you choose to return. Now, gently bring your awareness back to your room, to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take that final, deep, nourishing breath. You are calm, you are reset, you are ready. Peace be with you.